What up, guys? A-Rod's RC here, doing some wrenching on the mini Revo. I think I said it in a video before, but wish I could have got this done earlier so I could have bashed it in the snow. But maybe it's a plus, that way it'll save me from destroying it before springtime gets here and I can hit the little track down the road. It's going to make for some good videos this year once I get this all souped up. Last time I took this out there, there was, it just needed some maintenance. It had been long overdue. Started getting into the mini crawlers and got into that and kind of neglected this for a little bit, but realized that some maintenance needed to be done. So what I got going on right now, I got the rear diff taken apart. See that? Put that in there. I got that all taken apart. I got some new bearings. I wasn't really planning on replacing the bearings until I took one out and completely annihilated it. There's nothing there. That's just the silver ring that's left. All the little mini BBs came out, everything. So that's done. That didn't turn out right. Anyways, what I'm going to do next, I'm not going to replace the gears because they are in decent condition. I shimmed my diffs, and so for as much punishment as I have put this machine through, to me, this doesn't look bad yet, unless I put everything back together and it's still giving me the same concerns that I had before. I guess I don't know if I can get that to focus too. There we go. Let's see. No, maybe not. Well, if you can kind of see, it's not that bad really. And also the diff gear is decent as well. Dropping the shims. I shim my diffs just because it's been recommended. Read a lot of forums, I guess, whatever, Traxxas forums, YouTube videos, and they all recommend to shim your diffs. Sounds kind of funny, but shim your diffs. It'll save you the headache of stripping your differential gears and having to replace those quite often. I run 3S on my mini Revo, so it's pretty much a mini rocket. I run NiCad and 3S lipo. I should have went to 2S lipo, but I said screw it, went straight to 3S and haven't tried 2S yet. I do want to try 2S because I think it'll be a little bit more manageable than the 3S. But let's set this aside and get going on taking this out. Get my little mini thing here. So we're going to replace these bearings as well. See those two mini bearings I'm going to replace. Set that aside. Now I don't know, this looks like this is shimmed as well. What I found is a good thing that cleans the metal, doesn't leave a lot of paper towel residue, or the little fuzzies, as I like to call them, on all your machinery. To get caught up in the lube is coffee filters. Those work pretty awesome to kind of go through and just clean things up a bit. I am going to re-lube the gears once I put everything in there. I just use white lithium grease, and it seems to work all right. It hasn't given me any issues yet, so we're just going to keep going with it. We're going to make sure that these are exactly the same. Went to my local hobby shop to try and get some bearings. Thought I had the right part number, and I didn't. So I came home with the wrong size bearings. But these came in Amazon a lot quicker than expected. I wasn't expecting to get these till next week, actually, and they came today at work. I was super stoked. That way I can work on this sooner than I had expected. So these four little ones seem to be the same. I'm almost certain. So we're going to go ahead and place these guys on here. If they'll go, huh? I just got these off of Amazon. TB RC. Came with a couple stickers. That's cool. Stickers are always cool. It's always a plus when they send you stickers. I'm a sticker guy. Put this back in place with our set screw. Happy New Year to everybody. This is what, New Year's Eve that I'm doing this. So Happy New Year. Wish everyone a happy and safe year to come. There we go. Installed. Go through here with the coffee filter a little bit more. I got this cool little light. Yeah, helping out down here. It's got a light, you know, so some of those, look at that. Woo! It's pretty handy for working on the mini crawlers especially. This is a mini Revo, so there are some smaller parts here too, but nothing like working on the mini crawlers, that's for sure. It's a little smoother. There is a little bit of a difference. A little bit of a difference there. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm happy I decided to do this. Let's just hope. I did this a couple days ago with the intent of not breaking a bearing and just putting things back together. I hope I can remember how everything really went back. I'm not the biggest gearhead when it comes to working on these. So we're relearning together. It's been a while since I worked on the Revo, man. I got this, what, maybe 5 years ago? No, 4 years ago, right when my youngest was born. That's kind of... There we go. There we go. So there's a little more resistance than I had expected at first. I wonder how that's gonna... Alright. So this goes in there like that. I'm assuming this is gonna go in here like... Maybe not. Like... Maybe this goes in first. Yeah, that has to go in like that because there's no gears on the other side. Boom. Boom. Let's see real quick. We're going to put this back together. Now, I hope, yeah, that should be good. Just gotta throw some grease in there. What I haven't done, I'm kind of, you know, it's a little worried about doing, but these are sealed pretty good. If you have a, you know, a basher or whatever, and you're doing maintenance, do you deep dive into the diffs as well, even though they're pretty, you know, pretty sealed? Or do you just go with it and do these guys? I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna go with it, man. And if anything, I'll relearn how to tear everything apart again. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. So I got the diff back in here. You gotta line it up. There's a couple lines in there. If you got one of these, you'll see there's lines on a couple, like, I don't know, cutout lines or imprints that you're supposed to line up, so you can't just shove it in there. There's a certain way it has to go in. I guess I should have showed you that, but we good. On here, clean this up a little bit more, because this is pretty gunky. It's pretty bad. I thought I had cleaned these better. Maybe I just didn't get to that part, because I did do a pretty good job on all this other stuff. Cleaned it up with some simple green motorsports cleaner and degreaser. It's good stuff. And then I just went through with the metal parts and hit it with some WD. Excuse me, sorry. So now I'm gonna go through and put these back on here. Right here. And then holes up in there. There we go. You know what? You have to make sure that it's the right side there. Yeah, that was right. Patience is a virtue. Let's see. Goes right in there to hold that. Rear arm in. Man, I should have got some new screws, because these are very well used. Hit it with the, and this isn't like a whole, like, break down every little single part, you know, clean. This is just a, like an oil change or something, you know what I mean? Just something to keep me going. This was my first grown-up RC that I bought when I was a grown-up with my own money. One of the only ones that I have. I mean, everything I have now I bought, but there we go. Now, let's get these bearings out of the way, huh? So we don't just Lose them. Okay. Let's get this going.